Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the channel. We are here for a daily card message. And because I'm drawing these amazing crystals, we have the Crystal Oracle deck, the Sacred Creators deck, Angels and Ancestors, and then we have the traditional Rider Waite deck to work with this week. And I said that I would bring out and leave out all the crystals that we have seen during this whole session. So I'm going to go over those first thing. I hope you are all doing well. And then we're just going to bring in the energy of what we have received this week. The first one, lapis lazuli, was expansive thinking and power. And then it's amazing how these have all worked together and kind of said the exact same thing. But then we have turquoise. And I'm going to go through the guidebook so I get them right each time. And this one, again, this is about our communication and a purification around what we're speaking and what we're saying. And then we ended up with prayanite, which was also around a prophetic vision of sorts, right? That we would be able to see things that had a deeper meaning than what we're traditionally seeing. Then we have wolfite, that's around psychic awareness. So all of these are kind of saying the exact same thing. And then we have this beautiful cosmic stone here with molybdenite. And molybdenite is telling us that there are messages from the stars. So do you see what's going on here? We have this expanded thinking, messages from the stars, expanded thinking, clarity of our voice and our mind, clarity around our communication. This again is around potential new possibilities coming in, and it also brings in the green from our heart. And then we had gold, which also came out with clear quartz, and clear quartz is around amplification of all the stones that are already here. And gold, I was going to bring in some of my gold, and I decided that it was supposed to be in pure form. So that's why I brought this. And this is around our worth, our self-worth. So I'm going to put all of these cards back in because we're going to start from a full deck. Some things may want to come in again. But I wanted to start out by having all of this energy available to us. So let's go to the card. If you have a question or something that's going on in your world, and you would like a little bit more clarity around it, bring it to mind. And then hopefully, in addition to what we are bringing forward for the collective, you'll be able to find something around what it is that you need at this time. All right. So as you can see, two cards just kind of fell out. The first one is selenite. So we have selenite in every single reading, and for many, many reasons. And then we have this rainbow healing with tumbled stones. So selenite, which I use throughout my house, I have it in every corner of the room that I work in, is around one, telepathy, right? That's expanded thinking, possible things from different realms coming in, which goes along with a lot of what we're hearing. But also peace and tranquility. So what it also does is it kind of clears out any other, like if you're working with stones, it clears away any other previous energies. So the message about peace and tranquility is saying that we can find that within ourselves, because there is a lot going on in our world that may not feel very peaceful at this time. And it's saying that it's okay. One of the things that I heard as I was coming into this reading today was that everything has a meaning. There's a purpose to everything that's going on in our world and in our individual lives. And it's up to us to go beyond maybe the surface to find out exactly what that meaning is. So lastly, the tumble stones here, bringing in rainbow healing. Now this is obviously something that the creator thought was important to bring in a variety of stones, because this is something that we are all familiar with. We get these little packets of stones. So it this is saying that today marks the start of a new beginning, a new way of looking at life and the world around you. So if you can imagine that all this expanded thinking and amplification and clarity and open communication, all of this is coming in, and peace is all coming in because there's a new life that's happening for us, through us, as us. And it's time to like just dive into the new pool, right? Into what exactly does that look like. So the other thing that it is leaning to is that there is wisdom in our own inner light. There's wisdom in grounding into what we are bringing into this time and space. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to the Sacred Creators Oracle and ask for additional information, please. I'm feeling like this deck is a little sticky, so we're going to see if we can. I always have to, I'm not comfortable doing it, you know, shuffling the deck sideways, but I have to because most of them are so big that they're too big for my hands. But I want to get some new air around the cards. I feel like they've been a little sticky. So what is this message, if any? Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. So this is card number 34. It says your soul shines. What does that mean when it says your soul shines? I think what it really, on the most basic level, is saying is that we are light. And that aspect, we are, you know, our body is in our soul. It's not the other way around. I'm going to go to the guidebook and see what else it says. So it's telling us that underneath everything that we think that we're perceiving, there is more. There is something coming through that's shining through. And it's so interesting. It's exactly what I was saying about it's up to us to find the meaning of what is happening and going on in our world right now. It says it may require some buffing and polishing of the exterior. You may need to go through the underbelly and pinpoint the things that are happening and why. Because sometimes we have to shift our perspective to be able to see what we need to see. Wow, that's really interesting. Yeah, it's saying, it's saying decide to open up to your connection, to the ascension, and get out of your own way by trusting that you are brilliant and that you radiate from your soul. Okay, so that's a pretty powerful message in this tiny little card. Lastly, we're going to ask for something from Kyle Gray. Yeah, I guess if you came here for just like a simple, like how to get through your day, you're not going to find that here. This week has all been about expanded thinking and awareness and bringing in something unexpected. You know, who would have thought that all this was coming in this week? Okay, so this I think came in as part of the message earlier in the week. It's interesting when things come in again. Graceful, be graceful in movement and action. And one of the things that I heard in this first one we have, this is the praying mantis and the dragon and this beautiful golden pearl energy. But it's about doing something to the point where you really truly understanding it. So we can know a lot of things, but we're not a master of those things. We're aware of those things. To become a master creates time, creates effort, creates intention. And then we have the druid here asking us to hold space. So as you can see, we have this masculine principle coming in, which, you know, in the past has not been, you know, we've been seeing a lot of feminine energy. So it's asking us to kind of tap into something beyond what we have been seeing into. So the masculine principle is all about doing. The feminine principle is about receiving and being, right? So this crystal here that is showing on the end of this rod is showing an amplification. It's what this crystal is bringing in as well. Looks like a clear quartz crystal. It's an amplification or lighting the way or showing or reminding us of our own light, which is part of what this was talking about. So in this card, it's telling us to be more graceful, to be more fluid, to allow ourselves to see what we have seen, to be a part of all of that, but also that we are more than that. It's asking us to dig a little deeper. That's what all these cards are about, to dig a little bit deeper and to really... So this is what this feels like to me, is when there's something that you absolutely love to do, but you only get to do it when you're not working or when the kids are, you know, whatever, fill in the blank. There is something that's hidden that you are masterful at, that has been part of who you are your whole life. And it's time to like find out what that is, or to lean back into whatever that is. Just because there's something that we're each here to do and to be, and that's what this is taking us back to. So in the Druid, which is saying, this is saying to be gentle, fluid, go back into the mastery of something, lean into something that creates a fluid movement, right? When we're new at something, we feel a little rocky. When we've been doing it for a long time, we have like a natural flow with us. The Druid card comes out with this card because it's talking about the wisdom. When you have wisdom around something, things become a little bit more easy. That's what I think it was, you know, showing us when it first came out earlier in the week. I think it may have even come out our very first day. And I think that's why the Druid is coming out with it, is because it's showing us that there's something about our soul, something about our inner light that is asking us to lean in to something that we are, not who we've become, but something that's always been there with us, that maybe, like I said, we haven't, or we've forgotten, or we've put aside. Okay, so let's ask the card. Well, that one's interesting. Yeah, so this is the Eight of Cups. This is us showing that we're leaving something. We are leaving... I feel like we're leaving an older way of being and going into a new way of being. This is around following our intuition. This is asking us to follow our intuition. And when we look at these cards here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Pentacles around earthly things, our root chakra, our family, our work, our tangible things that we have. It could represent money and how we get around in the world, how we move through the world. And so it's saying that, you know, through this new path that we're on, by recognizing and expanding our way of thinking and being, and calming ourselves and remembering that we are more than just a body. We are this amazing, brilliant soul. And it's asking us to move more into our true state, our self, to move into this thing that has naturally been us, and to quiet. That's why it's coming up here with this selenite, because this was also talking about peaceful moments. And we find more about ourselves by quieting our mind and holding space for who we truly are to come through. And I know this feels a little bit, you know, vague, let's say. And one of the reasons why it does is because it's going to mean something different to each person that's going to listen to that. Is what does it mean to be truly you? Like, we all go to work, we have families, we've identified with so many things around us, but this is more than that. Yes, all of that is true. And there is something that has been inherently part of you your whole life. Like my cousin who's just loves flowers. Why? I don't know. It's just part of who she is, right? She just, you know, I think on her happiest day, that's all she's doing is working in the garden. It's just part of her. Something about communication or being with this different type of elemental energy is important to her. For me, I've always been this person who took things nobody else wanted, or the thing that was always different, and saw the beauty in it, and hopefully helped others see the beauty in those things as well. So we each have something that we just do automatically. Now, the last two cards that are coming out is the Death card and the 5. And if you look at these two cards here, what it's saying is there's an ending to this old beliefs or this old way of being, this what feels like fighting mentality. This is going head to head. They're facing each other. These lies, these needing somebody else to be in pain so we feel the victory, needing somebody to lose so we win. This is ending. There's a new way of being, a new light. As you can see from the Death card, there's a new light coming through, and as that new light comes through, we all start seeing things just a little bit differently. And this can no longer be. And the people that are misbehaving and acting as if they're more important than everyone else are going to go head to head with their own mortality, is what this looks like. It's like they're going to have to look at the things that they've been doing and the suffering, really, because it's time for this all to end. It can't continue the way it is. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope you have an amazing day today, and I look forward to reading for you once again tomorrow. Bye now.